Andy here to let you know that if you want to make money on sports cards, you want to flip sports cards painlessly and quickly and easily, just as quickly as you can draft fantasy players on your rosters, add players to your roster, drop players from your roster, make roster moves from your phone, then you want to be signed up for www.starstock.com and you want to be signed up for comc.com. These two platforms allow you to quickly and easily flip sports cards online in the matter of seconds if you wanted to. In this video, I want to shout out some new subscribers and I want to talk about some incredible opportunities that I'm seeing on these different online trading platforms and what you can do to take advantage of these online platforms if you're finding prices on, for example, eBay that are much lower than the online platform. So let's dig in. So just a reminder, tomorrow night at 9 p.m. we are going to be doing a live best ball private 12-man league draft on Underdog Fantasy. Sign up early at underdogfantasy.com with promo code QUEST. You put in $10, you're going to get an instant $25 deposit bonus. I'm currently playing the puppy in my free time because it's a $5 entry with the potential to win $200,000 to first place. And with Best Ball, you don't have to make any roster adjustments throughout the season. They'll automatically go in and optimize your starting lineup for you on a weekly basis. Shout out to Jeff Mooney. Shout out to Fernando Mendoza. Shout out to Normal is Boring Sports Cards. Shout out to President King Slimby. Shout out to Shaggy's Lounge. Shout out to the collector. He's been bugging me about cutting little slits in my penny sleeves. And so I finally did it. I used a razor blade and I'm going to show you guys. I actually was able to do this, put a square of cardboard on my desk and I was able to go right through them in a matter of 2 minutes. I need to order more though. And so shout out to Shelly Barnhart because she shared with me a new product called Smooth Sleeves on the internet. And I'm going to try these out. I'm excited to try them out. These smooth sleeves looks like I may not need to cut slits in these. And they're pretty neat. I think Andrew Perry was mentioning something like this as well in the comments. And so I want to try these out. I just ordered a box of 4. So, hey, I'm going to give them a run. It wasn't very expensive, $20. I know Ultra Pro makes a great product. And I was able to go through that pretty quick, collector, with the X-Acto knife, with the razor blade. Make me more efficient as putting raw cards in the sleeves. Plus, make me more confident and safer in protecting the corners of my cards. I do care about the condition of these cards very, very much. So thank you, sir. And thank you, Shelly, to sharing those smooth sleeves. Let's pop over to StarStock. A couple guys I want to talk about, my Quest Fantasy rankings. And specifically, I want to look at Dak Prescott and Dalvin Cook right off the bat because these are two top-ranked players in the NFL. Dak Prescott's coming off of that injury from last year, that horrific ankle injury. And he's dealing with a little shoulder injury here in the preseason, but it's nothing to be majorly concerned about. He is going to be ready to go week 1. They're just being precautious. They're resting him. I mean, he's got his franchise deal with the Cowboys, so he's big time, and he was on track to be the number 1 QB in 2019. He could have been the number 1 QB in 2020, but right now he's going 1, 2, 3, 4, approximately the 5th or 6th QB off the board. A QB that could potentially finish as QB1, and the Dallas Cowboys having arguably the largest market size, the largest fan base in the NFL, means that his rookie cards, in my opinion, should at least be valued the same as, Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen. I know that Josh Allen had an MVP run last year. It was only because Aaron Rodgers played lights out that Josh Allen didn't get it. I think he was probably the runner-up there with Tom Brady. When looking at the comparison, Josh Allen's optic, which is 2 years older, Dak Prescott's a 2016 optic. That was the first year that optic was made, so this card has a lower print run than the 2018 optic. And when you look at the price difference between what they're trading at, Josh Allen is trading at over double. If you look at Patrick Mahomes, well, that's going to be 5-6x more. And now I get it. He's got the Super Bowl champion. He's got the MVPs. Dak hasn't done it yet, and he's coming off of a big injury. But this is a good time to buy into his cards with the thought that he is going to be back 100% week 1 against Tampa Bay Thursday night. And if he puts up any resemblance of a good game, I think we're going to see his rookie cards go up dramatically. And I'm looking at like a potential double or triple up here. So like my first thought is like I want to go to StarStock and see what those 2016 optics are trading for. Yeah, so looking at those first year optics on StarStock, I'm like, oh man, wow, this StarStock A's latest sale is $75, the offer from 55. They're looking at the chart, they're starting to go back up. I see the PSA 10s are starting to go back up. The StarStock Bs, you'll see a lot of activity on StarStock Bs on here. BGS 9 recently sold for 110. And then I go look at ComC, my other online trading platform. I always want to put these platforms against each other to find the best deal, right? And to really get a good sense of the supply in the marketplace and which platforms got the best deal can I take advantage of. Because I still think that these are undervalued. So I go and look at ComC. I'm like, okay, that's a better value right there than StarStock, 12 from 44.24. So from an online flipping standpoint, buy, sell immediately, I'd be looking at ComC just right off the bat. But I dig a little bit further and I go to eBay to see what his cards are selling for on there. And I'm noticing that Dak Prescott optic rookie cards are selling for $35. They're selling a lot of two. Well, one of them's a base Donruss and one's an optic, but still $67. I think that's a good value. So I'm definitely finding value. Definitely want to put these three platforms against each other. What I'm looking at as the best value is on ComC. So then I looked at another player and putting him against another one of his peers in Dalvin Cook. Right now, Dalvin Cook is undervalued compared to Christian McCaffrey. 2020, Dalvin Cook finished as the number 2 running back in the NFL in terms of rushing yards and touchdowns. 2019, he finished as the number 9. He still had over 1,000 yards rushing and number 7 in touchdowns, number 2 in fantasy points per game again. So when I'm looking at Dalvin Cook compared to Christian McCaffrey, a player who could easily finish as the RB1 this year, his card should be, what the point I'm trying to get at is that his card should be closer in price to that of a Christian McCaffrey. Now, when Christian McCaffrey is 100% healthy, his fantasy production, it was absolutely insane in 2019. He had over like 75 more fantasy points than the next closest running back to him. But obviously, Christian McCaffrey struggled with some injuries last year. And so far, there has been no indication that they are going to scale back his workload. The whole point I'm getting at is that Dalvin Cook, being the second overall running back being taken off of fantasy boards right now, should at least be 75% of the value of Christian McCaffrey, in my opinion. You got to think that Dalvin Cook, the chef, is going to be on another incredible run for even MVP candidate this year in 2021. And whenever I go online and look at what just like jump to eBay right off the bat and look, Christian McCaffrey's raw 2017 Prism trading at $80. And then I go and I look at Dalvin Cook's and I'm like, there's one sold 2 days ago for $25. And so then I'm like, I wonder if this trend carries over to ComC at StarStock. I look on ComC, I'm finding 2017 Prism Dalvin Cooks for $35. And if I was to like do control click and then go here and look at Christian McCaffrey's Prisms on ComC, they're trading at $85. So over double. And so I'm finding the same thing on StarStock. When I look at Dalvin Cook's, his StarStock A's are trading around $50 right now. I'm looking at the chart. Those are trending up. He had a PSA 10 go just recently on August 17th for $300, PSA 9 for $165, a StarStock A for $50. And that's Dalvin Cook. But when we look at Christian McCaffrey on StarStock, and this is just such a nice comparison to draw here because they are peers from the same draft class. They're both top tier, top athlete running backs. Looking at Christian McCaffrey's, his StarStock A Prism is going for $150. His PSA 10 August 10th for $450. So we're talking a double of what Dalvin Cook's is. And I'm not sure that Dalvin Cook should be that low. I think he's got room to grow, especially if he comes out with another MVP caliber season this year. So those are two examples, and then a couple sleepers like we talk about, guys that are like last night. I think both Cam Newton and Mac Jones had really good performances. I think Cam Newton is trying to step up his game. From what I saw, he is taking this very seriously. He's really in a heated quarterback competition with Mac Jones, and he's fighting for his job. And so he's a guy that I was like, man, he if he gets the starting job week 1, which it looks like he will, if he shows good play out of the door, I think he could be hyped up. And you look at his 2011 Topps Chrome or 2011 Bowman Chrome, and you jump on to StarStock. I mean, they've got some good deals. So I think they've got some cards that I could see going up. Now, remember, check eBay, because when I was checking eBay for 2011 Topps Chrome Cam Newton, X-Fractors, Refractors were going the same as regular Topps Chrome StarStock A's on StarStock. So that's why you want to make sure to put these platforms against each other. Another guy on the Eagles who, like I said, is climbing the depth chart is Quez Watkins. And so he's an interesting pick that has a prism from 2020 that you can absolutely take advantage of. Sure, 2020 cards, we know print run has been increased over prior years. But look at the chart on this guy. Even yesterday, they're at so little right now. They're at $1.50. I mean, you could see people just at these price points have been gobbling these up, because he could easily climb the depth chart. He could be right there next to Devontae Smith and make some big plays. And I would even drill in by clicking into his name and looking at what else is available for him at what price points. I'm looking for silver, color match stuff. Here's an interesting green prism right here. The only cards in the system for sale, StarStock Bs, and $2. I love this. So I think that's a great little deal right there to buy that $2 card. Boom. That's a no-brainer for me. When I show you my collection, my activity, I actually had some recent sales that sold me. So one thing that I feel StarStock does really well of is transactions on the premium base card. So 2020, we're talking Prism Optic, rated based honors rated rookie. 2019 Prism Optic based honors rated rookie select. I haven't seen a ton of the 2020 select selections yet on StarStock, so waiting to see more of that in their system before I were to go and make some of those purchases. Is way overpriced compared to what I can find on eBay. Looking at 2017, definitely Prism Optic based honors rated rookie. 2016, definitely Prism Optic based honors rated rookie. And then 2015, now we're going directly to Prism. I would stick with Prism. Now you could look at Topps Chrome from 2015, but the Prism from 2015 is so much better than that Topps Chrome. And then 2014, again, definitely Prism, because that Prism design in 2014 is on point, so primo. 2013, again, then I would look at first year select. I'd look at Prism again, even though I hate that set of Prism from 2013, hate the design. So 2013 is a great year. I would look at Topps Chrome and select and then Prism. And then 2012 is definitely going to be Prism, hands down. And then behind Prism is going to be Topps Chrome, Bowman Chrome. Same thing with 2011. So now you're going before Prism, before Panini Prism was made. So now 2011, we're going directly to Topps Chrome. Our complementary set to that is Bowman Chrome. Same thing with 2010 and going back further. But look at my sales recently. Just on 8/8, this Chris Godwin. I mean, it tripled my money, over tripled my money on this Chris Godwin autographed out of 140, out of 49. Robert Woods, StarStock C for a couple pennies. Cole Kmet B. A lot of activity on Bs and stuff on here. Optic Hollow, Deebo Samuel, who's picking up steam. This StarStock B, AJ Brown, autographed unparalleled. Happy to move this card because I found out later after I bought it from Beckett Marketplace. I bought this card for $14, so over doubled my money, but found out this doesn't have a rookie card logo. I was kind of bummed out about that. Sent it to StarStock, got a B. I've held it for about a year. sold it for 35. I'm cool with that. Some activity on some AJ Green. So this is the kind of thing that you could sell on StarStock. So my plan is I have a bunch of these Topps Chrome rookie cards, Marvin Jones, that I purchased from Beckett Marketplace in a big lot, which I think is a great place to find big lots of raw cards for really good deals. And then, potentially what I want to do is I'm waiting for more scans to show up in my FGS Cards account, because I want to scan these raw cards, get the grade from FGS, and then submit them to StarStock, see what grade they get there. It's all going to be the same card from the same set, so we'll get a really good idea of what the ABC raw grade out process or percentage is going to look like. And then we'll submit a few to PSA when they reopen through StarStock and see what those get. And then also we've got the grades stored from FGS, so we can see how accurate that is compared to StarStock, compared to PSA. We're going to put all these places not necessarily against each other, but we just want to evaluate them in a scientific, research-oriented approach to see, just the more knowledge you have, the more power you have, the more educated you are, the better decisions you can make. That then you can go look up and see what their rookie cards are trading for on these various online platforms, and potentially parlay that fantasy football bet into a rookie card bet, and just boom, man, you just have so much fun you don't even know what to do with yourself. And then sit down, get ready for NFL Red Zone in just a few weeks. Boom, week 1 action. Let's go. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. I'll see you tomorrow night in the live stream. Peace. Andy here to let you know that if you want to flip sports cards, why I can't you want to flip sports cards and make money on sports cards? Okay. Those are right up there in liquidity. Liquidity, no doubt, y'all. I think a lot of nines have incredible value. In fact, and like I said, and he agreed with me 100%, is that you can look at a 9 and really not tell the difference between a 9 and a 10 from the naked eye. There's very minuscule differences a lot of times, little tiny surface issues, maybe a little bit of difference in the centering, but we know PSA is kind of lenient on the centering, so very minute differences that you can barely tell the difference. And certain cards that have scarcity around them and the player is super elite, I think the 9s are incredible value, especially when they're less than half of what the PSA 10 is. So great comment there. Appreciate you, Jeff. Welcome to the quest. Not sure if you're new or not, but these were new names that I recognized in the comments that I wanted to shout out, welcome you guys officially to the quest, and just address your comment in addition to my response, right? So happy Friday too, by the way. I'm excited, man. Preseason action last night. The Patriots stomped on the Eagles. The Eagles are kind of in trouble this year if Jalen Hurts misses time, but he was just missed with an unknown illness that wasn't COVID related, hopefully. So he should be back. He should be back in practice on Monday. Should be good to go. He asked me about P.J. Walker, the little athletic quarterback from the XFL. And I was like, whoa, man, P.J. Walker is a deep sleeper backup QB. Although he looked pretty athletic, made some pretty cool plays in preseason already for the Carolina Panthers. He's behind Sam Darnold. His athletic profile is not terrible. His QBR was pretty low in college. It was also pretty low in the couple games that he played last year. So that's where I'm concerned about his production on the field, but he can make some plays. His athleticism is pretty decent. So if you are going to invest in P.J. Walker, the selection is very limited. In fact, you're really forced to the 2018 Panini Parallel. I wouldn't invest in any of the Topps XFL rookie cards that had a little rookie card logo for him in the XFL set. I would just go straight to the 2018 Panini Unparalleled, where he's depicted in his Colts uniform. Just keep in mind his full name is Philip P.J. Walker. Really cool little logo there. I like that name. Normal is boring sports cards. Welcome to the quest, Normal. He actually caught an error in my video, and I love this attention to detail, man. I love it. Yeah, a little honest mistake, guys. I accidentally put 2020 collegiate Lamar Jackson cards and prices in that image for Lamar Jackson only. That was, I believe, the only mistake in that video. I can't believe I made it, dude. Man, I'm a perfectionist, so I love it when you guys bring this stuff to my attention, though. This is how I get better. But dang, appreciate you bringing this to my attention, King Slimby, President King Slimby. And but I went back and looked at 2018 collegiate Lamar Jackson numbered cards that are numbered to 300 or less, still trading around the same price as these 2020 collegiate cards numbered out of 50 or less. And just still the same principle applies. The collegiate uniform cards are definitely not considered nearly as valuable, even cards much more rare than the player's rookie card in their professional uniform. His comment was like, what's my opinion on on-campus subset of Prism draft picks? And I think those are cards you want to hold on to. You want to get those graded, potentially hold on to those instead of selling those right now, even though, yeah, you may be able to get the best return on your investment right now. Those cards are still SP on SP or super short print cards. Those are very rare cards, and if the player is elite and they break out at the NFL level, definitely going to be demand for that card. I do love the fact it comes with that history and that community feel, that campus feel, the school they went to. So I think they're really cool cards. And we know that the Optic Downtowns, the Donruss Downtowns in the pro uniforms, those cards are super rare. They're very valuable cards. So I think that those are definitely going to be elevated from the rest of the Prism draft pick subset cards. Those are one of the better ones you definitely want to hold on to. Kino. My Trey area brother from another mother out there. Trey giving a sermon. Trey area. I don't know. Just play the song from Maarten. Everything will make sense. Play the song from Maarten. Drop the mic, Maarten. Hit it.
This song is for the people who wanna make money for real. Yeah. Show me the dollar green and make my dreams come true. They call Giannis God, the QB3. He made glorious MVP with the clean streak. He's not like Jesus, showing that other cheat. One day his Panini rookie card will be antique. One thing is sure, Jerry isn't the liar. Show me the money, Mr. Jerry Maguire. Yeah, money's so wet I have to use an air fryer. Collecting cards is dangerous like barbed wire. Stacking dollar bills like fresh pancakes. Dunking like Anthony Davis, but then with no breaks. Making foreign row with the LA Lakes. Pouring money in a big bowl like cornflakes. We live the American dream, king of the hill. If you get in our way, we call Grant Hill. Like the Pistons used to dominate the skill. Alessandro and I worship the dollar bill. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Our goal is living under the American sunbeam. Together with Alex we play in the dream team. He's Jordan, I'm like Rodman but then clean. Collecting rookie cards, gasoline for the money machine. Like DiCaprio walk the beach with the boat down. Playing my favorite song, Live Your Life by T.I. while trimming my 10K Japanese bonsai. Living my life, Hannah once said to try. I remember the day when I had my first thing. Now my boat is loaded with gold, I hope it won't sink. Champagne too ordinary, I prefer a mixed drink. Me, Nori Sour in a diamond cup, bling bling. I'm so rich, I have my own butler. I'm so stacked, I have my own tumbler. I call to Red up Gibson and Ludacris. Yes sir, welcome to my castle, let's have supper.